Generalized anxiety disorder, or GAD, is characterized by excessive, uncontrollable, and often irrational worry. First line of defense with cognitive behavioral theory. The second line of defense being medication, such as Prozac or Klonopin. CBT, as cognitive behavioral therapy is often called, is important in reducing depression. Treatments include yoga, running, swimming, and meditation. Often subjects feel alone, and it can inhibit their daily functioning. It is the leading cause of disability in the workplace in the United States. It also affects twice as many women as men. The goal of the therapy is to change negative thought patterns that lead to the patient's anxiety, replacing them with positive and more realistic ones.
My name is Christina. I'm 23 years old. I was diagnosed with anxiety about 4 months ago. Can't really think of a time where I didn't have anxiety. It's literally been, I could think kindergarten, show and tell was a nightmare. I take 20 milligrams of Prozac now. Been on it again for about 5 months. Huge improvement. They also prescribed me Klonopin, which is pretty much a Xanax. That basically balances out your emotions. So my biggest issue was crying. Anytime I felt anxious, I just cried. Like this, I wouldn't be able to be, there's no way I would have been able to do this without medication. I would be crying. Actually, I wouldn't even be here. I'm a jewelry consultant now at Zales. Still gives me a heart attack anytime a guest walks in. I'm thinking, please don't come to me, please don't come to me. If they do come to me, I'm praying that they don't ask for engagement rings, because I don't. It's the biggest part of working at a jewelry store is selling an engagement ring. Literally, it's been all of my life dealing with this anxiety. I don't ever want to go back to it because it stopped me from so much and made me cry for everything. I just don't want to put my life on hold anymore. And that's what I felt like I was doing. I didn't go back to school. I didn't want to go to work half the time. I'm very good at what I do at work, whether it's any job. I've always been asked for promotions, and I've denied those promotions. I've rejected the promotions because I don't want to deal with the meetings and the calls and things like that. My manager right now wants me to be a manager eventually. I don't know if I'm ready to get back into that. It doesn't scare me as much as before, but I'm afraid to test those waters again. And I know that I can do it. It's the anxiety.
Lavina Hunt is my name, and I am Christina's manager. You know, this is the first time I've ever had to deal with an employee that had anxiety, and it's certainly been a challenge, but it's been very enlightening to me as well. I just assumed that everyone has a little bit of jitters, like with new people and things like that. I never thought that it was a for real problem. I never even thought about anxiety in the sense that the way that Christina has to experience it every day. So for me, it's been eye-opening experience. The first days I started working with Christina, with our job, we have to do a lot of role play. And I remember it was just a simple role play between Christina and I, and we could not get through the first one at all. And it was at that moment I said, okay, there's either a for real issue or she's just nervous in front of me. And I'm like, who am I to be nervous in front of? And then I realized it had nothing to do with myself. It had everything to do with Christina. So I've certainly seen some improvements from the first time to now. Absolutely. So like we don't have to deal with these things. Like you can come to work and yes, you're Chelsea, so you can be mad or like frustrated or anything like that, and I can be too. Like, but the worst part of our thing is I'll have a headache. Like I need some medication or my stomach hurts. You take some Pepto-Bismol and go about your business. But to wake up every morning with that anxiety, like what if there's a stranger? What if there's an outsider coming in? and how her palms get so sweaty. She's nervous. She turns red. She'll go hide in the bathroom. And I know what she's doing, and by all means, I never wanted to intrude, but that's painful. It's not just painful for her, but honestly, it's painful for me because I can't help her. Like, I can't, and I'm a helper. I want to fix it. I just want to fix it where I'm able to mend our thing, but I can't mend her relationship with the world. And I don't know, it's day one, I guess. It's always a new day, a new start. And I'm sure that they need to come out with some other things, other side of medication. There's got to be some exercises that could really, improve it. And I don't know, I don't know. I just want to help her. And it's painful to be around somebody that you can't help every day. Well, I know Christina's probably going to watch this, and I do want her to know that I'm so proud of her, though. And by all means, because from where we were, regardless if she has to take medicine or not every day, I know that there's some days she comes into work as regular Christina. And I'm proud of those times and those moments that she's just able to come into work and be herself and not have to worry about the panic attacks, because I know that that's certainly progress from her. And that's huge progress. Like, it's not a little bit, because you until you've seen it, you can't really see the progress that is. But it's not just an observation from myself. It's people who only see Christina once every 3 months who's noticed the progress. So I want her to know that I'm very proud of her. And I know that she'll keep working towards it, and I'm always going to be here in her corner to continue to push her forward. I won't let you be comfortable, and I'll push you out of your comfort zone, but you got a whole team, and you got a friend, so I'll be here. Love you, Christina.